watching News 8.
CPA Dave Young is back with us. Dave, always good to see you.
Oh, it's great to be here today.
It's amazing, but summer right around the corner here, and we are talking about getting your teenager ready for their summer job. Make a little money this summer, right? All right, a couple things we got to consider right out of the gate as it relates to this, and some of that has to do with timing, schedule, transportation, things like that, right?
That's right. So first of all, the kids are involved in sports. They're just finishing up the school year. You got to get the timing right between your school schedule. There might be some rules depending on how old they are, how many hours they can work, which will work into their schedule, and transportation. So depending if your teen drives or not, you know, they can get themselves there, or if not, they're going to be using mom and dad's transportation, or alternatively, maybe they can walk or ride their bike.
Sure, but all things to consider. You got to get the job first, and that goes into applying and, of course, interviewing as well.
That's right. So all of my kids, I've explained to them the whole interview process is making sure they're dressing appropriately, keeping that cell phone out of sight, turning it off, putting it in their pocket out of sight, so when they are in the interview, they're engaged in making sure they're ready to go and they're focused on what's going on for them.
Right. Want to make a great impression. You want to land that job,
That's
right?
Right.
Okay, once on the job, let's talk about a couple of things. Dressing for success. This goes along the lines with the interview as well, making that good impression.
That's right. So the first thing they're going to do if they get that job, they'll get an employee handbook, and that handbook's going to be something that you can read through with the teen. So it's going to explain to them what the requirements are for for dress, making sure they're there on time, probably before their shift starts, making sure they're wearing appropriate attire.
And now let's dive into the financial considerations here, because there's a lot for teenagers to learn by having a job.
That's right. So when they come home, they'll have their W-4s. It's a good opportunity for you to sit down with them, explain to them what the paperwork means, how to fill it out. With this new tax code change, they actually can make up to $12,000 without any federal income taxes. New York still taxes them at a lower threshold, but it's a good opportunity for them to start filling out the paperwork themselves. A week or two into the job, they're going to get their first pay stub. It's another opportunity for you to sit down with your teen, explain to them, hey, this is what all the money is coming out of your paycheck and where it goes and what it means. And it's a really great opportunity to sit down with your teen and talk about basic budgeting. So all the teens are going to have goals. They're going to want clothes. They might want a new car. They might need to be saving for college. So that's going to go into their savings bucket. Some money's going to go out in taxes, and some money should just be for them to enjoy themselves. And it's a good opportunity to lay down a basic foundation for your teen, so they can have success throughout their entire life. It's a good opportunity to just sit down and explain to your teen, this is how life works, this is your first job, and this is how it's going to be for the rest of your working career. Set some goals and have a budget. Setting that financial foundation.
That's right. And a good one as well. Dave, thanks.
Thank you.
Great advice. If you missed any of our conversation, as always, we'll share it online as well. You'll find it at rochesterfirst.com.